office today, and we come with something different from what we have been doing over the years. Our leadership have thought it wise to change the narrative and see how we can have more women participating, whether at the local government level or at the national level or even at the legislature. So we have thought it wise today to give it our all after our induction program. What next is the implementation of our mandate. We have a mandate to ensure that there are a lot of women that will be incorporated, and we have them at the decision-making table so that our numbers that we have had over the years can change from 11 representation to more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, let's take Prince.
So, Attoh, my name is Prince Moba, and I report for Prime FM and Focus on Liberia TV. So, I have a question. During your remark, you mentioned that most women lack information, political financing, and support. How is the leadership going to work to change that dynamic? For the past year, you will be serving in women leadership.
Okay, so over the years, it's something that we did a case study. So we actually were able to access the communities, the districts, the counties, and we realized that most of the women are willing to participate, but some of them, due to financial situations or circumstances, they are unable. Some of them are even afraid because they will be stigmatized, or maybe they will be intimidated. Sometimes due to cultural norms, they are unable to participate. So we thought it wise to change it and see how we can include them from the early stage by mentoring people. You can mentor people at any age, at any stage. But most importantly is to help guide them and let them know, ask them, find out what they want to do, where you think they find their strength, and how we can budget their effort, and how we can give them the information that they need, the financial support, and most importantly, the platform. So if you look on my right there, I have the chair on national, who is Honorable Priscilla Cooper, and on my left, I also have Honorable Ruki Barry, who is also the chair on international. So this work is not going to be done by I alone. Collectively, we know we have our strength in different capacities, and we are going to bring all that on the table to see how we can start reaching out to our women from the initial stage. So when it comes, especially to the electoral period, they will already be mentored, they will already be prepared mentally, physically, and financially. So I think you heard the speaker today, he spoke as well as the vice president. We are hoping to see that there will be a line included in our budget to enhance the work of the women, to ensure that we are not replaced, but we are rather maintained, and to have more people on board.
Let's take okay.
So my name is Caroline Johnson. I'm for OKFM, Madam Chair. Let's talk about the implementation of some of the strategic within the 5 years. And how do you intend to go about it?
So we have our plans and we have different programs, but key on the agenda is the mentorship when it comes to the district level. We have also thought it wise to take up our time to pay visit to each other districts or the counties to understand what the challenges are and what are the possibilities. So just in case we are opportune to have extra seats being created, we know how they can fit in, how we can bring them on board. So we also have the empowerment playing into our structure. Everywhere we turn is no secret. Our women will tell us that we want to do it, but we are not empowered, we are incapacitated. We don't have the means, whether it's through skill training program, whether it's through the adult literacy program, whether it's through the family, whether it's through the educational sector, the human capacity building. All of those things are lacking. So we have put it in our plan, and we also have the peer visitation, wherein we will have the opportunity to check our neighboring countries and even some of our partners to see what they are doing in other countries that they were able to succeed by bringing more women on table. Sometimes you'll be surprised to know that what other countries are doing or what they did to have more women, it might be applicable in our own society. So after that peer visitation, and we see what we can learn from there, we are going to bring it.
The women's leadership to ensure that women participation in politics is achieved. We heard the same thing from the past government that he or she women participation is on a high mark. But again, when we won the elections, we just saw 11 women coming back to the legislature. What do you think your leadership would do that the government, from the president to the vice president and to the speaker, could do differently to ensure that when we go to 2029, women come to the legislature?
Our leadership, trust me, we are not just going to look at the words that were said, but we are going to look at the implementation. We need action. So we are going to run with the messages that were let out there today to our constituents so they can hold them accountable, so they can hold their feet to the fire, so they can remind them of their words. So when it is time for budgeting, they will ask them, they will remind them of some of those. That's why we have the media and everything we do. We ask them, they will share with us the program today, and we will play a jingle to remind them. And we believe that as we are asking them to help to work along with us, we cannot be complacent. We have to ensure that we keep running after them, we keep pacifying them in whatever way we can to ensure that we get what we want. Because if we just sit and be very lackadaisical, trust me, we are not going to achieve. We don't have the number when it comes to voting, so we have to lobby with them. How can we lobby with them? We can extend it by going to their constituents. This is what your lawmaker promised to do. Can you please ensure that it is done? This is what we need to do. Because mind you, it is not just for the women that are here. It's going to benefit the women that are out there, because through the mentorship programs, through the empowerment that will provide for them, it is going to have them financially able and stable when the time reaches, so they can be able to participate. So we're not just going to leave it undone. We'll be knocking on their doors, and trust me. Sorry, all of us are not here, but I think you people know the women that comprises of the legislative caucus. They are all strong women. Sometimes they say something won't back, but they hand shot, right? But now that you know that my friend has the equal energy like me, and we all put it together, we are going to move. Maybe those days, back in the days, people will say, well, I want to do it, but I'm alone. I don't have the audacity to do it. But you see, Honorable Cooper, you see, Honorable Ricky, when the three of us decide that we will go today where the other people attacking from the other angles, trust me, we believe that we are going to get results. And thankfully, we also have our partners who are strongly supporting us in terms of some of the projects that we want to implement, especially the skill training program, the capacity building, and as well as the mentorship. So we're going to have it. But again, we cannot wholly put all of our responsibilities on our partners. They need to see our own effort. That's why we're able to explain to the leadership through the speaker, and he understood. Somebody wants to help you, and the vice president also said, let me reiterate what he said. He said, when somebody is washing your back, you have to wash your front. So if the partners are willing to help us, they have been helping us over the years, what are we doing as our own government to ensure that we can achieve our goals? So those are some of the things that we're going to be running behind them, and we know the media will help us to take our messages across the breadth and length of this country to ensure that this number will change, and when I come back here with 11 women as representation at the House of Legislature.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and I also want to yield to my colleagues so that they can also come in. So I would just like to add on to his question regarding what's different with regards to resources and all of that. So the present speaker, we all know, is a champion for he for she. He was one of the forerunners for the 4.5 bill. So we are very optimistic, and we are glad that he reaffirmed his support today by saying that there will be a line created in the national budget to support women initiative. And we believe that it's just not, he was not merely just talking. Those words will definitely be, put into motion. And comes to the 2025 budget, we definitely see that line in support of women participation. So we're glad that he reaffirmed his support today. We know what he has done in the past, and now that he's speaker, he's one among equals, and he hold that gavel. He will definitely deliver on those promises he made, to include the vice president. And we also know His Excellency Honorable Joseph Yuma, President of the Republic, how much of a support he is to women. Evidence of that is his present cabinet. You see, we have over 45% women in the executive appointed, leaders. So they will definitely, make good on the promises, and you will see the difference, going forward with regard to women participation in leadership.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Coco. So I want to say thank you to the speaker for the statement that was made. This is not something that we take lightly. This has never happened before. And the fact that he has said it, we know that he's going to make sure that it happens. What's going to be different with this leadership? In Liberia, there are women out there who we know are capable of sitting in the same seat that we are sitting. There are women that are capable of being ministers, town chiefs, clan chiefs, women who are sitting in the market who have the leadership ability, the skills to lead. But because they are sitting behind a bigger board table, so people don't usually pay much attention to them. What will be different with this leadership is we will go after those people, try to see them, see how we can mentor them to bring them on board. Everybody will not be a representative or senator, but people can be, leaders in their own capacity in their various areas where they are working, whether it is in their towns or villages, they can be leaders. So those are some of the things that we will do differently. So when people see in the next 3 years, this leadership will be able to showcase those people, what they have done. So those are some of the things that we'll do differently.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, finally now. Let's close up.
Thank you. So the forces of the Women Caucus.
My witness way across the river, but you people have heard from two powerful women, and they all raise points that are not something that it wouldn't even take you anything to ascertain whether they are facts or not. We are seeing they are from my DB County. I can tell you that I enjoy working with my superintendent, who is a female, appointed by the president. So I can tell you that if you check around the counties, what the president has started doing, we believe that he will continue on that trajectory and he's going to do more. We trust his ability and we look forward to him. And everything we are doing here, he sent his representation, who is our able vice president, in his book. We will also go to him and seek his blessings and let him know that what he's doing is something that we appreciate. As I said, and I want to repeat myself, it is not just at this level, but at the local level. So to have commissioners, to have superintendents who are female around, and they are doing extremely well. I can tell you that some of the development they are carrying on, more women are motivated. You go to some of the villages, they will say, oh, if you're looking for money for the program, let's go to Manua. And Manua will credit us money. But when it comes to the decision-making table, Manua is not there. Why? Because nobody is giving her the opportunity, the platform to showcase herself. They only go in the back and use some money credit from her. And they can say, like, the woman I got a video seminar, she can credit all the money, then the money can come. We are going to do things differently this time around. And I want to close by saying thanks to our partners. We can't thank them enough. I don't want to call their names before I leave any one of them out. But they're doing extremely well, and today is a clear manifestation. Our program today was a successful one. It was proudly sponsored by our partners. We want to say thanks to all of them, and just what we have been having behind closed doors, today we have let the cat out of the bed, and we will ensure that we will bring our own contribution and also look forward to the contribution of the partners. So, Madam Mariah, you and your team, thank you for everything. We'll continue running behind the partners, and now we'll continue running behind our own leaders to ensure that we achieve everything that we need. Thank you. And to the media, without you, we won't be able to disseminate our information. So you all play a pivotal role, and we look forward to working with you as our partners in achieving what we want to achieve. May God bless this nation.
All right, so the voice of Representative Attoh-Wreh, she's now the current chairperson of the Liberian Women Legislative Caucus. My name is Prince Morba. Thanks for following us. Bye bye. I'm out.